I recently heard an incredibly amazing story about a brother who, after attending a workshop on memorizing the Quran and utilizing all the available mediums, went on to memorize the entire Quran within just 50 days, i.e., 2 months. Before I narrate the story, please support us so we can continue to bring you such inspiring stories. Like, subscribe, and turn on notification for our channel. Back to the story. This is his account, and he says, "I declared a state of jihad upon my soul and put death before my eyes. I made an intention to memorize the Noble Quran, so I abandoned telephone calls and unnecessary visits, and I changed all the negative thoughts associated with hifth, memorization, to positive and practical ones, e.g., when a thought came to me saying I can't do it, I'd say I can do it. If it said my memory is weak, I'd say I take pleasure in having a great memory. I chose the masjid as the place of my hifth, as it preserves 3. 1. The eyes 2. The ears 3. The tongue, I followed a specific dietary program consisting of eating dates, fruits, and honey, and fasting helped me a great deal in that. I used to wake up before Salat al-Fajr by 2.5 hours, and I slept 2 hours after Isha. I used to wake up for Tahajjud, the night prayer, prolonging my sujud, wherein I would call upon Allah Ta'ala to ease for me my affair. I would also seek forgiveness 100 times. I began to memorize 5 pages and would recite them in the Sunnah prayers of Fajr. After Salat al-Fajr, I would begin the memorization of 5 new pages, and at the end, I would recite them in the 2 rak'ahs of Salat al-Duha, all the time thanking Allah for easing the memorization. I would perfect the recitation of what I had memorized by listening to tapes of one of the reciters. I would read about the Qira'ah in books or via the Muqaddimah al-Jazariyah, poem on the ahkam of tajweed. After Salat al-Dhuhr, I would repeat everything that I had memorized previously, beginning from the first juz until Salat al-Asr. After the Asr prayer, I would repeat the new portion of hifth in the juz before. After the Maghrib prayer, I would prepare the recitation of 10 new pages, and it was only after Salat al-Isha that I'd review the Quran with my teacher. May Allah reward him well. Before retiring to bed, I would listen to all that I memorized in the day from cassettes, and I would be sitting for 6 continuous hours without any boredom or feeling tired. In the first week, I would sit for 6 hours memorizing and revising. In the second week, I would sit for 8 hours. In the third week, it was 10 hours, and in the fourth week, it was 12 hours. In the last 10 days, I was sitting for 14 hours memorizing and revising. The hardest times for me were when it came to sleeping and eating. I ardently wished that the period of sleep would end quickly so that I could start my hifdah of the Noble of Quran. Every time I began to read the Quran and memorize, I felt such delight and enjoyment that I had never felt before. Dua was an important factor for me before and after hifdah. I would memorize a page while sitting down and then repeat it whilst walking. My teacher played an important role in encouraging me, in revision, in correcting me and benefiting me in terms of tajweed. In the last week on the night of 20th Ramadan, only 4.5 juz remained until completion of hifth. So I turned to Allah to open up my way and ease it for me. I went on to memorize it in 6 days with the help of Allah. Laylatul Qadr came, the night of delight and happiness. It was like a wedding night to me. My completion of hifth took place between Maghrib and Isha in the masjid with the Imam and those in itikaf. We began the khatma, reciting from beginning till end of the book. In the end, during the dua, my heart opened up greatly and I began to weep like never before. It was the most beautiful hour of my life. Allah had honored me with the memorization of his book,